Welcome to Hungarian Insights, your go-to channel for exploring Hungary's rich history, vibrant culture, and language learning resources. Whether you're a student planning to study in Hungary, an expat eager to grasp the nation's heritage, an individual preparing for the Hungarian citizenship exam, or a bilingual student seeking to complement your studies, our podcasts serve as a captivating starting point, and our smart, modern learning tips and resources are tailored to make your journey enjoyable and effective.
Welcome to our Hungary Insights podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Emma.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. I am so ready to dig into those Hungarian culinary delights. Where do we even begin?
Well, we got to start with the heart and soul of Hungarian cooking. Paprika. It's not just a spice there, it's practically a national treasure.
We've mentioned paprika a few times already, but I'm ready for the full rundown. What makes it so special?
Well, for one thing, it's super versatile. There are so many varieties, from sweet and mild to smoky and hot, and they use it in everything. Hearty stews, creamy sauces, spicy sausages, even some desserts.
Wow, so it's not just about heat, it's about adding all these layers of flavor to the dishes.
Exactly. And it's not just about the taste either. Paprika adds this beautiful red color to a lot of Hungarian food, too.
Okay, so it's a feast for the eyes as well as the taste buds. I'm starting to see why paprika is such a big deal in Hungarian cuisine. But besides paprika, what are some must-try dishes? What should I add to my culinary bucket list?
If you're looking for a classic Hungarian dish, you can't go wrong with goulash. It's a hearty stew, usually made with beef, onions, paprika, obviously, and often potatoes or other veggies. It's slow cooked, so the flavors really have time to develop.
Goulash. Finally, we get to talk about the famous goulash.
It's a must-try if you ever find yourself in Hungary. And while we're on the topic of must-tries, chicken paprikash should be on your list, too. It's creamy, paprika-infused, and they usually serve it with dumplings or noodles.
Chicken paprikash. All right, I'm adding that to my list, too. And I remember you mentioned something about Hungarian wines. What are some good pairings for these dishes?
Well, Hungary's got a long and proud winemaking tradition going back centuries. They make all sorts of wines that would pair perfectly with Hungarian cuisine. One of their most famous is Tokajia, a sweet dessert wine that they often call liquid gold.
Right, liquid gold. I'm definitely going to have to try that. But what about wines for the main course? What would you recommend with, say, goulash or chicken paprikash?
For those dishes, I'd recommend trying a Hungarian red wine called Egri Bikaver, which translates to bull's blood in English. It's a full-bodied red that can really stand up to those rich flavors.
Bull's blood. Okay, that's going on the list, too. It sounds like Hungarian wine is just as diverse and interesting as their food.
For sure. They have a wide variety of grapes and different winemaking styles, so there's truly something for everyone. And beyond the classics like Tokajia and Bull's Blood, there are tons of other Hungarian wines just waiting to be discovered.
I'm realizing we've only scratched the surface here. Hungarian food and wine deserve a deep dive all on their own.
Totally agree. But I think this gives us a good taste, so to speak, of what Hungarian cuisine is all about.
It does, and it really highlights that sense of tradition and passion that we've seen throughout all aspects of Hungarian culture.
Exactly. It's all connected.
Well, I've got to say, this has been an incredible journey. I feel like I've learned so much about Hungary, a country that I have to admit I knew very little about before we started this deep dive.
Me too. It's amazing how much there is to discover when you take the time to really look.
And that's what it's all about, right? Expanding our horizons, learning about different cultures, and appreciating the richness and diversity of the world.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, to our listeners, a huge thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Hungary. We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have.
And we hope you'll keep exploring with us. There are so many other fascinating places and topics out there just waiting to be uncovered.
Until next time, keep those deep dives going.
Our podcast discussions are based on our eBook, Hungary's Hall of Fame in a Nutshell. History, literature, art, music, science, sport. Scan the QR code or check the link in the description to download your copy of Hungary's Hall of Fame in a Nutshell. As a special bonus, you'll also receive the Illustrated Companion, featuring over 100 detailed illustrations to visually enrich your understanding of the book's content. Thank you for watching.